Today I'll go over a trade that I took last week on Euro USD that made me over 6,000 euros on my funded accounts. So I started my day by checking the 4-hour time frame just to see where the overall order flow is going. And I noticed that price made a bearish break of structure right here back in June, and continue displacing lower, right? And then we entered into this long period of consolidation here, which lasted up until the end of July. And afterwards, price finally started displacing and going back up into premium prices of this overall 4-hour range, right? So even though the 4-hour was still technically bearish, the retracement up, so the internal structure was bullish, right? And this is why I was looking for longs during my session. And this will be more clear when I go down to the 15-minute. So yeah, you can see that also even the 15-minute structure, you see new break of structure. Let me draw this better. So you can see new break of structure, higher high, new break of structure, higher high, right? So this was the highest high from the latest break of structure, which I marked it as a 15-minute external high, and then this was the lower low before this break of structure, which was the 15-minute external low, which was the protected low, right? At the time, when I was on my computer, I was only looking for price to retrace down into discounted prices of this new 15-minute range. And so what I did was I measured with my Fibonacci tool from this low up until this high, and I was just waiting. I was just waiting for price to retrace down into this green zone, into discounted prices. And I was looking also for some kind of higher time frame point of interest that would align with my long idea. So I went to the 4-hour, checking for order blocks, and I could see this order block right here. So I marked this as a 4-hour order block. Then I also saw another order block right here, but I wasn't really interested into trading off of this order block, because if you look closer, this low right here was actually an inducement. It was just resting liquidity above this order block. So I was waiting really for price to retrace down to the extreme order block, which was this one, right? I was monitoring this 15-minute time frame during the London session on Thursday, and I had my 4-hour order blocks marked, and I was waiting for some kind of sweep of liquidity, which happened right here. So this was technically also a new break of structure on the 15-minute, but we can see that price swept the Asia low during the London session, and it came into this 4-hour extreme order block. Now, when this happened, I was just waiting for some kind of bullish change of character on the 1 minute, on the lower time frame, to get a more precise entry, because I was looking for longs. Going down on the 1 minute, you can see that we had a bearish break of structure right here, right? And then I was waiting for some kind of displacement above this high to mark our change of character. Now, when this happened, this is where I entered my swing position. So I entered somewhere around here, right? And I placed my stop loss all the way down here behind the 15-minute external low, which is the protected low. So I'm gonna go on the 4-hour because it will be clear to see, right? So we had this bullish range. I entered in a heavily discounted prices, and I put my stop loss behind the 4-hour order block below the protected low, right? Because this low should hold if the bullish momentum is to continue, which it did, right? Now, I will guide you through my trade management. When I entered the position, I also saw at a certain point price made a bullish change of character on the 50-minute time frame, and this was the point where all the time frames were really aligned. So we were internally bullish on the 4-hour. We started being bullish on the 15-minute, and I initially entered with about 1% risk on this trade, but then when I saw that the trade went into my direction, when price started retracing back into this 15-minute order block, I actually added to my position. So overall, I was risking somewhere around 1.5% of my account on this position. And then I just waited. You can see that I entered on Thursday during the London session. I added my position somewhere around New York, and I let the position run overnight because my final target was the 15-minute external high of this bullish range, right? And you can see that we had a beautiful move up. I took it's like 70% partials off of this high right here, somewhere around here, and then I left runners run to my final target, which was the external high, and it played out beautifully, as you can see. So this is the proof that I actually took the trade. You can see my first partial was 1,800 euros. My second partial was 1,200 euros. So this was around 3,000 euros on one 80,000 account. And then I copied the same trade on my other account, which is about 6,000 euros of profit. I want to also show you my current state of my funded accounts with FTMO. You can see that after I won this trade, I'm at about 87,000 in profit. This is phase one of my funded accounts, and so I only need about 1,000 euro more to pass phase one. And yeah, I will take it really slowly, really. Like I will not force any kind of trades, any kind of setup just because I'm so close to passing. I tried doing it before and it didn't end well, so now I just know that I should be patient and not really care about this graph. Like I'm only showing you this to show you the current progress of the series. So yeah, this was the trade. I was basically, all that I was doing, guys, to recap, I was trading the internal order flow, right? So even though we were technically bearish on the 4-hour structure, the internal structure retracement was bullish, right? And this is why I was only looking for longs. I marked the external points of the latest break of structure range, which was the external point here, and then the external low was here. I was waiting for some kind of sweep, which we got right here. We swept the Asia low, and I was looking for some kind of point of interest. Usually for me it's an order block, and we got an order block right here, right? And then as my confirmation, I went to the 1 minute to see the bullish change of character, which would then align with the higher time frame structure. Set my enter the trade, set my final target to the external high, my stop loss below the protected low, which was this one, and then I just let the market do the heavy lifting. That's it. So all I was doing here was align myself with a higher time frame order flow and let the market do its thing. So guys, if you like this breakdown, make sure to subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, leave a like, and yeah, that's it. I'll be breaking down many more trades in the future, and I'll keep you posted on my funded evaluation progress. So yeah, this should be an interesting journey. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.